When light and shadows mixes, interesting and unexpected things happen. And this time, it's in the form of a brand new order.
Stand up! Vanguard!
Hey Cardfighters, welcome back to a brand new Cardfight update. Today we've got an interesting new announcement as Bushiroad had an extra live stream where they started to reveal extra information concerning the upcoming Majesty Lord Blaster special trial deck or legend deck or whatchamacallit. And what they revealed in this live stream is of course the brand new order type for Majesty Lord Blaster and the brand new Blaster Dark that's gonna change things up a little bit and might be a little bit controversial in the way that they proceeded to do things here. But of course the main thing of this video is the brand new order card that's gonna be released alongside this new Majesty Lord Blaster, as that's also the brand new thing for Vanguard. Currently we only have two order cards revealed to us. One is that Power Rise Elixir and the other one is this new book that's gonna be released in the next stage extra booster set. And both of them aren't really that amazing. Yes, they have their usage, but the problem with these order cards right now is that they're way overcosted. They cost a certain amount of resources to be able to use them, and sure, the payout might be equivalent to the amount of resources you put into them, but not every clan can just suddenly pump out two counterblast, or in case of the Great Free Order, free counterblast and free soul to use them. It might be a little bit too much for them to sustain that, and usually you want to spread out your resource over multiple skills, over multiple turns, so you can pace yourself then instead of just blow your load in one single go. But this new order for Majesty Lord Blaster is gonna change things up quite a bit, as this might be the very first order card that's actually playable. As we have this brand new order that is Light and Shadow crossing Engrave. And its ability is perform one of the abilities and shuffle your deck. If you have a Blaster Blade on your Vanguard circle or Rearguard circle, search your deck for up to one Blaster Dark, reveal it and put it into your hand. The second effect is if you have Blaster Dark on your Vanguard circle or Rearguard circle, search your deck for up to one Blaster Blade, reveal it, put it into your hand. And the third effect is if you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark on your Vanguard circle or Rearguard circle, search your deck for up to one Majesty Lord Blaster, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So this card is basically a consistency boost to the deck. As we already expected, that Majesty Lord Blaster is going to work with Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark, and you need them both to activate the ability of Majesty Lord Blaster. What it is and how it will function, currently we have no clue. This is all just speculation as what we can look back into the past, how things were basically managed. And this card can up the consistency of the whole engine quite considerably, as it allows you to fix the missing grade 2. If you have Blaster Blade, you can search out Blaster Dark. If you have Blaster Dark, you can search out Blaster Blade, so you can make the condition for Majesty Lord Blaster probably live without a hitch. So this card can substitute for one of the other Blaster cards. But at the same time, it can also allow you to have the right consistency up to Majesty Lord Blaster, as if you have both Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark already in your hand in the early game, you can call them to the field, maybe ride one of them, and then search out Majesty Lord Blaster so you can fix your right target, and you can then go into your play, whatever that might be in the future. So if this card was only a grade 2 searcher, then you could say, well, what's the point of this card? Because it's similar to something like Liverot that can just search out the Blaster Dark or Blaster Blade. But because it now can also search out the grade 3, this is quite a lot better in those cases. Sure, it cannot search out any grade 2 and it's only specific to this unit, but the fact that you can also search out the grade 3 is a big plus. But also a huge thing is, this card is free. So this card in your hand will substitute for either Blaster Dark, Blaster Blade, or Majesty Lord Blaster, and you don't have to pay Counterblast, Soul Blast, whatsoever for it. So this, in some cases, might even be better than a Liverot, or Control of Mithril, whatever superior call grade 2 card that you might want to use, as it doesn't cost you anything to do so. But funny enough, this also interacts with Altmal to some extent, as you can now use Altmal potentially as a backup grade 3 for Majesty Lord Blaster, as you can write into Altmal, use its ability, search out two grade 2s, one can be Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark, and then search out this order card, and then you can use the order card to search out the other grade 2, and you can basically set up your field for Majesty Lord Blaster in the following turn. So there are some synergies with this as well. And the fact that it doesn't cost you extra resources, you aren't really wasting any more resources by calling out the Blessed Dark or Blessed Blade with Altma. As you could say, well, you can also search out Blessed Dark and Blessed Blade with Altma himself, so you don't have to jump through hoops with this card. But by doing it this way, you filter your deck with an extra card. And if you so happen to be that you already have Blessed Blade or Blessed Dark in your hand with Altma, then you can search for the other one and this order card, call them to the field, use the order card to search out Majesty Lord Blaster, and you have your right target for next turn. Also a thing that you can do with this card. So this order card opens up a lot of different lines of plays and potential consistency bumps for the deck, but currently, for now, that's only pure speculation how good this card is going to be, as it all depends on how Majesty Lord Blaster is going to work, how strong that card itself is going to be, as that's a major player in the power level of this specific card. But a funny thing about this card is that because it's an order card, you activate them from hand, so you're not placing them onto the field, and the fact that it works with a Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark, this could also be somewhat a consistency bump for the whole pure blaster build in Royal Paladin, as you can then search out another blaster unit for your blaster field with Majesty Lord Blaster without actually calling you into the field or without using extra resources like Counterblast or Soul Blast, as it's potentially free for that. So it could have play in other aspects of Royal Paladin, and the reason why I'm primarily talking about Royal Paladin, not like any other clan for a order card, is that this order is also unique to what orders are in general, as most orders, as what we've seen so far, are clanless. We can use them in all clans. But this card can only be used in Royal Paladin, as you can see on the bottom side of this card, you can see this yellow block with some kanji written into it. For those who can't read kanji, it basically states Royal Paladin. So this is a Royal Paladin specific order card, and you can see it right here on the screen. The other orders don't have this block. So this could mean that we might see more and more clan specific order cards that will only be accessible to the respective clans. How they're gonna release those, I'm not 100% sure. This is logical to do it in this type of style with a specific deck, a trial deck or special set where you're only going to get support for a single clan. But they might also introduce this in main sets where maybe every clan in that set is gonna get a clan specific order with potentially a generic Cray Elemental clan order accompanied with it within the set box, so every clan gets support that isn't in that specific set itself. But it wasn't the only reveal that we got for this livestream, as we also got the new Blaster Dark revealed to us. But it's basically the original Blaster Dark from the trial deck for Suzugama Ren, like almost 2 years ago from this point. And it's the exactly same Blaster Dark, but now it also has a third skill that is continuous. This card is also Royal Paladin, which allows it to be played in a Royal Paladin deck for the Majesty Lord Blaster build. But this isn't a errata. So far, they stated that this is a unique version of Blaster Dark, and meaning all the previous versions of Blaster Dark that we collected through the past years that are SP's versions, Imaginary Rares, maybe just the triple R foiling or whatever from the trial deck, those aren't allowed to be played in Royal Paladin, as those are pure Shadow Paladin versions of Blaster Dark. So if you were planning to use those cards for the upcoming Majesty Lord Blaster build, sadly that's not allowed and we cannot do that. Maybe they will revert this and change it to an errata all globally, but so far it's stated that it's not an errata. So you need to use the new Blaster Dark in your Majesty Lord Blaster build or in the Royal Paladin deck that you might want to use. Is this a big issue? Not really, because if you wanted to play the Blaster Dark in Royal Paladin, you probably were going to play the Majesty Lord Blaster build, and if you were going to play the build, you're probably going to buy this new Legend deck anyways, which will contain 4 copies of Blaster Dark. The only issue that might arise is if you only want to play the Blaster deck with Messianic Blaster, then yeah, that is a problem here. But then again, if you want to play that build, you should get the Majesty Lord Blaster deck, as it will upgrade that deck also. So, but that's basically everything for this Cardfight update with the latest reveals. The only thing that I want to address is, you might already seen this in the previous video where I did a meme review, or you've seen it on Facebook or Twitter all around, that Bushiroad announced that they're gonna work together with a couple of us YouTubers that allows us to bring new card reveals to you guys. And currently, this weekend is going to be planned for WCC, so check out their channel to be updated for when their newest and interesting premium collection stride is going to be revealed. At least, if it's gonna be a stride, we don't know. And also check out different fights, Solid Vanguard and myself included, for the upcoming weeks, as we also are gonna release interesting new cards for the Premium Collection 2020, as we're bringing you exciting new reveals to your devices. But with that said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this new order card for Royal Paladin, as well as the Blaster Dark not getting a errata, but basically a complete new version of the card, as yeah, that might be a little bit controversial for depending on what side on the fence you are. If you're an avid Shadow Paladin player that maybe wanted to jump into Royal Paladin with their awesome Imaginary Rare version of Blaster Dark and whatnot. But as always, this video has been brought to you by our lovely Patreons over patreon.com/Vanguard Insider. If you do want to support the channel or everything that's happening on the channel, then head over to patreon.com/Vanguard Insider and become a Patreon today. But with that said, I'm Mr. Time Leap, and I see you guys in the next one!